you want to listen to this in a still position, you can take your time getting comfortable. So getting any and all fidgets out of you, maybe doing some stretches, some torso twists, some side body bends, neck rolls, just starting to tune into your bones and your joints and just moving in whatever way your body feels like moving right now. And just trusting those urges for movement. And when you are ready, no rush whatsoever, you can keep moving all you need. But whenever you are ready, you can come to that position of stillness. And just ensuring that your spine is straight in whatever position you've chosen. And if you're in a space where you feel safe to do so, at any point you can allow your eyes to gently close. And you can just mark your arrival to this practice today and into your body with a full and deep cleansing breath. A long, slow inhale in through the nose, filling yourself up bit by bit, holding that breath at the top when you are full and just experiencing that fullness. And when you need to, just letting it go. Slowly exhaling bit by bit, pushing that final bit of air out of you to just truly empty yourself and pause to feel that emptiness. And allowing your next breath to come as it's needed. You can breathe just like this for a few more rounds if that feels good. Just exaggerating the 4 parts of your breath. Your inhale, the pause, the exhale, and the pause. And whenever you are ready, you can release this guidance over your breath altogether. And feel yourself stepping into that role of the observer or the witness. And simply observe your body breathing itself. So watching as your body breathes in and out without having any control or guidance over the rhythm of that breath. It is perfectly okay if that feels difficult for you to do right now. Sometimes that can feel really difficult. So just honoring wherever you are in your practice today. And just starting to notice the position that your body is in, the shape that you have chosen, and just seeing in your mind's eye the outline of your body, the shape of your skeleton, and just starting to come into a more intentional alignment. And you can feel the crown of your head and your sit bones reaching in opposite directions if you are sitting down. And if you're laying down, feeling the crown of your head and the soles of your feet reaching in opposite directions. Just feeling that both ends of your body are actively reaching in opposite directions. So that you allow yourself to take up just a little bit more space than you were before. And you can feel that the back of your throat is aligned with your pelvic floor. just by tracing that space in between the two. So from the pelvic floor, up the spine, through the chest, and all the way up to the throat. And you can keep going with that, feeling that align with your nose, with the space between the eyebrows and the crown of the head. Just feeling that center line of your body sort of click into place. As you feel your shoulders aligned over your hips, your head aligned over your heart. And just starting to pay attention now to any expression that's resting on your face. Noticing any tension in the jaw or the forehead. And just by noticing, you can allow your jaw to hang heavy. It's letting your tongue soften, your throat, just the whole area of the mouth being soft, the lips, the cheeks, even the chin. And just trusting the anatomy of your face, and that everything will be held exactly where it's meant to be, and that there's nothing you need to hold up or hold in any particular position. And letting the same softness naturally soften the nose, the nostrils, the upper cheeks, the eyelids, the eyeballs, just letting the eyeballs rest in the sockets, the lash line, all those tiny muscles that scrunch up when you squint, even letting those soften. As you feel the corners of your eyes just get a tiny bit wider. Softening the eyebrows, the forehead, and letting that naturally continue to the hairline, to the ears, and the whole scalp. And letting your shoulders hang heavy, feeling the space between the shoulders and the ears get just a tiny bit longer. As you feel your arms be fully heavy, your hands are fully soft, heavy, just adding to that weight of the shoulders. And then noticing if the shoulders are starting to curl forward as they become heavy. And just allowing your collarbones to be proud and broaden at the same time. So that your heart sits in between the shoulders in this proud position that's equally protected from the front side of the body and the back. And allowing your rib cage to soften and almost feel like it's hugging your lungs. So that each gentle breath that your body takes, this hug just gets a tiny bit tighter. And allowing all the muscles in the abdomen to soften. And just letting them rest down toward the organs. And same thing, as each breath gently comes into your body, just feeling that almost hug-like feeling of the organs and the abdomen. allowing your breath to enter into the belly. And now starting to notice your hips, your pubic region, the pelvic floor, the glutes. And just as you check in, allowing the same sense of softness and release to continue in this area. Just fully letting your glutes relax down into whatever surface is supporting you. And almost letting yourself be hugged by the surface that supports you, releasing yourself down into that. Letting your hips fully surrender to the position you have chosen. All the muscles down the legs soften, the feet and all the toes. Now just being aware of your entire body. And as you notice any areas of tension starting to come back in any area, you have the power to bring your awareness there and further soften. Reminding yourself that you are perfectly safe exactly where you are. You have the ability to release yourself into that safety and allow yourself to feel this sense of safety. And if at any point you have trouble feeling a true sense of being safe, you can always imagine that you are hugging someone who you love very deeply, or even an animal, and just imagining that feeling and letting yourself fully release into that feeling, that you are held and you are safe. This is true at all times. We are always being held up by the earth beneath us. We are being hugged or held to that earth by the force of gravity. We are being fed energy and light from the sun above. We have air, we have food, we have shelter. All of our needs are met, especially if you have the ability to listen to this meditation. You are extremely safe. And at the same time, if there's anything that comes up for you when you think about your safety that makes you not feel safe, if you are in any sort of situation in your life that doesn't resonate with this sense of safety, just allowing that to come up as well. Allowing any messages that need to reach you to reach you. Because we are all ultimately safe. And at the same time, there are actions we can take to encourage our safety. And just by speaking our truth and speaking what our needs are and not allowing things or people into our life that threaten that safety. And always feeling free to reach out to the many resources of help that you may need to help you there. So none of us have to do this life alone. So you can just continue to listen and feel your body. Notice anything that comes up for you. And I'm going to read a passage written by Yung Pueblo, and I will put all that information in the chat box after the session, so you don't have to worry about remembering that. And just allow yourself to feel the words and let whatever resonates settle within you, and not worrying about the rest. So, embracing slow moments. It is easy to get attached to a constant stream of progress. One of the biggest patterns in the human mind is our attachment to perfection. This pattern gets especially loud whenever we have seen that our effort is paying off and real growth is happening. But that is not how nature works. Change is involved in every aspect of reality, which means that a precisely continuous upward trajectory is not possible. Slow moments are bound to happen. Maturity will not reject a slow moment. Instead, it will embrace it as an opportunity for rejuvenation and integration. Slow moments are just as important as leaps forward. Taking time to examine what you have really learned and to appreciate how all the small steps you have taken actually added up to a substantial transformation helps you prepare for your next era of growth. Slow moments are also really helpful in showing us what else we need to work on letting go. Use slow moments to your advantage by practicing patience. Cultivating this quality now will help you effectively handle difficult situations that may arise in the future. And then appreciating perspectives outside of your own. Healing is real when you can see beyond your own ego. Being able to see multiple perspectives means your mental agility is strong and your ability to see through the lens of compassion is flourishing. This is only possible when you have developed the skill of admitting when you are wrong. No one can get it right every time. When we have all had moments when we have said things and done things that we wish we hadn't. But many get trapped in a cycle of ego dominance, where they can only see their view and nothing can ever be their fault. They will even jump through hoops to place blame outside of themselves. When the mind is this fragile, it can normally be traced back to trauma. Seeing beyond your ego is a critical part of developing harmony between two people. Being able to appreciate each other's perspectives is a form of bravery that helps you both build a bridge of understanding. Wisdom teaches us that harmony doesn't just happen once and last forever. You have to be willing to rebuild it repeatedly. So just taking a moment to let all of those words settle. And remembering that anything you heard today that has resonated with you is just when you hear on the outside what you already know to be true on the inside. So trusting that anything you've heard that rings as true is true to you. It is your truth. You are meant to hear and you are meant to absorb these truths. And just taking with you whatever resonates and letting it soak into you, letting it soak deep into your subconscious so that you can act on these truths with a bit more ease in the future. And if it feels like something you'd like to do today, you can let your hands find each other in a prayer position at heart center, with the palms and fingers making contact with one another. And letting your heart lift toward your thumbs and your thumbs press back toward your heart. And as you take a deep breath in, allow yourself to fill up with this new and fresh air. And as you exhale, just letting yourself let go of anything that no longer serves you as you let your head gently bow. And just bowing to the source of energy you believe is allowing your heart to beat, whatever that is. Bowing to the constant source of guidance and inspiration all around you, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to everyone in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy schedule for this pure act of self-love and self-care. May this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights, and may you bring the same love into everything that you do and to everyone that you see.